Hey folks, we're at the theater as usual. We're going to go see Robin Hood, the remake, kinda. It's a separate adventure from what Mitch was telling me.
It's supposed to be a story. The story that comes before the original story.
Really?
I've heard it said in trailers, before there was Sherwood Forest, there was a story. This is the story.
Okay. So we'll hopefully be enjoying it. Hi folks, it's Nick and Mitch. We just come from the showing of Robin Hood, the making of a legend. Basically, that's, I think, how they should have entitled it. We didn't dislike it, but we didn't like it to the point of actually going to see it twice.
No, I do like the acting. I do like the film, but it's a long movie. It's over 2 hours, probably 2.5 hours long. Maybe a bit more.
Yeah, compared to the Kevin Costner flick where he was actually there doing his thing, I think there's more longer periods of inactivity that are somewhat boring in the movie, unfortunately.
It is worth seeing. It just...
Well, the eye candy that they used in the movie, not the special effects, but the actual fight scenes that they had, made it worth it, but it showed the folly of kings.
Yes, especially kings who think they were assigned by God, not by the right that the men who came before them bought their kinship with a sword.
Yeah. The movie itself hosts Cate Blanchett as Lady Marion, Russell Crowe as Robin of Longshire?
Something like that.
Or Longstride?
Robert
of Longstride. Well, anyways, he wasn't called Robin of Loxley during that time. He became adopted by William Hurt, who played the father of the original Robin of Loxley. Who else is in it? Kevin Durand, who's a Quebec actor, you've seen in Legion, you've seen
in Stargate. Stargate SG-1.
You've seen also in Austin Powers as the guy with the lady was always turning around. Use the bazooka.
Use the machine gun.
Use the machine gun.
Use the flamethrower.
Yeah, him, that guy. Well, Kevin Durand is his name, and Alan Doyle. This, actually, I think the movie could have easily been stolen by Alan Doyle for the fact that he's the lead singer for Great Big Sea. And Alan Doyle was given the role of a bard or a minstrel in the particular flick. That was his trade. He actually knew how to sing and how to actually strum the strings. He also knew how to actually shoot a bow and fight. The movie starts off with Richard the Lionhearted. Actually...
Richard the Lionheart.
Did I say Lionhearted? Okay, yes. Richard the Lionheart.
Yes.
Okay. Richard the Lionheart, returning from the Crusades. Trying to. Broke, destitute, pillaging his way back to England.
Yeah, he's pillaging his way back to England because he's got no money to pay his army or get his ass home. So he needs to murder and steal everything in his path to pay his way.
Yeah, suffice it to say the king comes to a sudden and tragic end. And that's where the story starts for real and in earnest. A lot of good actors were in this movie. Also, what was the name of the actor that played... the guy who was planning everything in the movie. It's because there's two plots involved in the actual movie, and they're not cross-purpose. They're actually there to allow both sides to be told, and so on and so forth. It has to do with French and English allegiances once more from way back when. Go see it. It's well worth the price of admission to go and see it. But if you're somebody who wants action, laughter, intrigue, storyline that continues without having bumps or gaps in progression,
or falling and going in the ditch and having to hitch your ride back to town for a spare tire.
Yeah. If you're not one that likes that, don't go see it. Wait until it comes out on DVD. Because it'll give you less of a sour taste to actually go see it. So from both of us,
Marginal thumbs up.
We'll say one thumbs up for the fact that they made their effort. They did what they could. Ridley Scott directed the film with the best of his abilities, but there's only so much you can do for trying to establish how Robin became the legend he was. So unfortunately, a good trial, good effort, mediocre storyline, very good acting from the people in question, especially William Hurt, who played a blind father, and Cate Blanchett playing a widowed wife. Anyways, folks, I can't say any more on it because, truth be told, there's not much to say. All that, it was shot entirely in Pembrokeshire in England, and I'm happy they did because it actually added flavor. Lots of nice scenery, lots and lots of good video angles for the actual camera shots that they used.
If they'd actually tried to make British Columbia, Canada, pass as England, it wouldn't have worked too well. One thing I'm glad they just tried to film it in England, because if they tried to pass off another location, say Victoria, British Columbia, or the British Columbia coastline as England, one, it wouldn't have looked right because I don't think there's trees that big on the coast of Great Britain, and two, all you need to screw it up, maybe you wouldn't see it even on the big screen, but once it was on Blu-ray and someone can zoom in, is a tour bus parking somewhere in the distance and a number of Asian tourists coming out taking photos and pointing. Oh, they're filming a movie! Click, 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 click.
Anyways, I think that's enough said from both of us. One thumbs up from me and Mitch. And folks, have a nice one.